Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. I'll get it settled very fast. I don't want you guys going over there. I don't want you going over there. And I'm the only candidate in this race who can make this promise. I will prevent, this is for the spouses, I will prevent World War III. Nobody else is going to prevent it. You're going to end up in World War III. Look at what's going on right now with Ukraine. They're surging into Russia, okay? You're going to end up in World War III, and it's going to be a bad one. When I'm president, America will be respected again, respected like never before. They were respected 4 years ago. You know, Viktor Orban from Hungary, prime minister, he's known as a very tough leader, tough man, good man, but a tough man, one of the toughest in Europe. And they asked him a little while ago, why is it that the whole world is blowing up? He says, because President Trump isn't the president of the United States. If he were the president of the United States, none of this stuff would be happening right now, none of it at all. And I believe that's true, that's true. For that to have happened is crazy. I'll take immediate action to restore our depleted military. You know, we don't have any ammunition again. Do you remember when I first came in? They said, sir, right? I see that guy. Sounds like you were pretty much involved with trying to fill it up. I like that guy. I don't know who the hell he is. Stand up. Let me see. Stand up. He's like central casting. But that's, come on, stand up right there. That's good. I like that guy. It's true, though. True. We had no ammunition. I took over. They came to me, sir, how are we doing militarily? We have a problem, sir. What is it? We have no ammunition. That's a lousy thing. You know, you're running a country, we got enemies. And, you know, if you have the smart president, you'll be able to do fine. But you don't want to tell your enemy you have no ammunition. I don't want to tell President Xi of China we don't have ammunition. But before that, they came out with a report, before I got there, saying that the United States has no ammunition. I said, who would release a report like this? Even if it's true, you don't talk about it, right? We do a lot of reports that are stupid reports, like a report that came out a couple of weeks ago that we would lose in a war with China. You saw that report? We're not going to lose in a war with China. That we would lose in a war with China. How stupid are these people that would put a report like that? If you feel we're a little weak, you got to strengthen it up. But you don't do reports that we're going to lose to China in a war. Stupid people do that, like the people that are in office right now. So I had, and you will say it, I had ammunition. We had so much it was coming out of our gills, right? I had ammunition. Oh, I said, what the hell do we do with all this ammunition? We had so much. And now we don't have ammunition again. We gave it all away to different groups, but mostly into Ukraine. And we don't have ammunition. We had so many missiles, we didn't know if we could fire them all. We had to hire teams of people, even the concept. We had so much. Warehouses were full. We took new warehouses. And now we're back to a point where we have no ammunition again. These people are just so destructive. So, you know, I always look for good words. Highly sophisticated. You know, I'm highly educated. I like sophisticated words, but there's only one word I get. They're stupid. They're stupid people. I'd like to say, I guess you could say incompetent. Sounds maybe a little better. I don't know. Which is better, being stupid or being incompetent? Because they're both. So we have no ammunition again, but we'll get it taken care of. Boy, oh boy. Can you imagine if they wanted to go after us? Can you imagine that? And we're saying they have no ammunition. This was just released a little while ago. We give so much of it away. We never get anything for it either. You know, Europe, by the way, is much more and should be much more concerned, obviously, with the Ukraine situation than us. But we've spent $150 billion more Why do we spend $150 billion? Why aren't they going to equalize? They should equalize. I told them, I said, you got to equalize. They don't like, then I read, Barack Obama is much more popular than Donald Trump. Of course he is. He said, we'll spend all the money. I say, you got to pay up. And that's what happened. I got NATO to pay up hundreds of billions of dollars. But then, now we've lost it again because I'll bet you nobody's ever asked Europe to pay up. They don't even ask. I'll bet you that nobody said to Europe, we're 150 billion more than you. They have about the same size economy when you add all of the different nations up as us. And nobody has said to them, got to pay up. I did that. I was with NATO. They were way behind. Of the 28 nations, almost all of them were not paid. Other than that, they were doing quite nicely, thank you. But we had like 7 that were paid, and the rest weren't. And Obama came in, made a speech. Bush came in, made a speech. I came in and said, you guys owe us a lot of money because we were spending our money. So think of it. They take advantage of us on trade because they are horrible to us on trade, the European nations, horrible. They don't take our farm products. When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in the middle of Germany? Maybe never. I said to Angela, do you have any Chevrolets or Fords in the middle of Munich? No, I don't think so. But we have plenty of Mercedes-Benzes and BMWs and Volkswagens, millions and millions of cars. So they get us in the military, and then they get us on trade. So on top of everything else, it's not a good way. So I was straightening it all out. It was getting straightened out very quickly. And very interesting, though, I said, who would do this? Who would do this? Hundreds of billions of dollars we lose in the defense of Europe. All I say is, let's equalize, we'll help you. But you owe us $150 billion. And during one meeting, I remember NATO, one of the heads of one of the countries, I won't embarrass him by saying which one, but we had 28 countries gathered around the table. It was sort of a semi-secret meeting, which nothing's secret in this world, but the press didn't want to report it because it was a good story. But one of the leaders stood up and said, so does that mean he wasn't paid? He owed us billions. Does that mean if we don't pay you, you're not going to defend us against Russia? I said, that's what it means. Are you saying you're delinquent? Well, I don't know about that word. That's a real estate word. Very simple word. It means you're not paid. You're saying you're delinquent. Yes, let's say we're delinquent. Will you defend us? I said, absolutely not. I took so much heat from the fake news media. Now, if I said, yes, I will defend you, they're not going to pay. What happened is hundreds of billions of dollars came pouring in because I said that. Hundreds of billions of dollars came pouring in. And they have money, but this should not be happening. This mess that's going on over there now is very dangerous, and it shouldn't be happening. I'm the one that got them the money. Literally hundreds of billions of dollars came right in. Guys that were not paying for years, but other presidents never even asked them for the money. They'd make a speech and leave. I was getting ready to make a speech. I said, let me see some statements. I looked at them and said, nobody's paying. We paid for everybody. We were keeping it solvent.